Okay, this video is part of a series, and this this character Trish, she is married to Connor, and they have two daughters, ages 4 and 5, and they're part of the mystery. And so this is the first one about Trish, his wife. Let's see, and I'm not going to tell the recap the last one because it kind of is a spoiler. But so let me get to this part. All right, to start this off, now Trish had taken their daughters out to buy groceries while Connor was at home, so he could watch this young woman Hannah, her promotion of his business. He does remodeling, builds things like desk and cabinets and such. And she was going to put it on it's where you can do anything from, it's called Virtual County. And they do things from like videos promoting their businesses. That's how it started off, was that they could promote their businesses. But over the years, it evolved and people do videos on them. It used to be just like ads. And do videos, do, um, their chat boards, they're just for the county, that county. But it's for the whole county. It's, to bring about some community, and people who do these products can advertise, and there's all kinds of advertisement. But they have to live in the county, and the business in the county. So Hannah is a young woman. She's promoting what he did for her house. Okay, now so Trish took the kids out so he could watch it in peace. Okay, during lunch. All right. Okay, so when she got home, she and the kids got home. He wasn't there, and she assumed that he had gotten called out on a job. Once he finished, and she's kind of used to him this happening because he owns his own business, and then around dinner time, around 7 p.m., he would always be home. He'd make ensure that he got home before then, and but he didn't show up. So she was used to him coming home just in time. So she started to get worried, of course, and she had called but his cell phone, but nobody had answered earlier. Repeatedly. Not one after another, but you get the gist. So around 9 p.m., she called her mother, whose name is Bonnie, Bonnie, and she lives in the big city. That's what I call it, the big city. Everything's a "the." This makes it much easier. And this is, like I said, this is a hypothetical, or did I say this? It's a hypothetical fictional story, and the standard disclaimers apply. This is any resemblance to any person, living or dead, is purely coincidental, and events, places, the county, all of these things are fictional, except for they're in Texas, and Texas we know exists. So, anyway, that's this part. Okay, I haven't recorded in this way in a while, and I'm sure it shows. Now, where did Trish and Connor meet? I'm going to put this out. Trish attended the university in the county. The county only has one university. It does not have any colleges. And anyone can attend there. Even people who live outside of the county can attend there, but usually they don't. It was mainly usually people that lived in the county. And this county does have like a little bit of a reputation. People know it. It's a wealthy county, and it's a little bit different, quite a bit different in some respects than other places, such as the only people who can buy property there or own businesses there, own the property, are people who are descendants of the original settlers and their family, the founders. Okay, their families are the ones who founded it, and this goes back generations. Okay, now while Trish was attending there, attending university, they were adding new dorms. Okay, and Connor was doing construction, building shelves and desks, such as for these new dorms. And she was around 19 and he was around 20. Okay, and he had helped his dad, since he was young. He learned from his dad how to do these, and he was working with his dad. And later on, he started his own remodeling company. And anyway, he lived in the house with his dad, and after they met, and after a while they got married, his dad gave him that house. So both of their parents owned a house. No, both of his parents owned a house, and so his dad in this county, the descendants of the original settlers, they keep the houses. Like I said, nobody outside of it can own any property, and they keep the houses. The elders of they have records, and they keep the houses who inherits what. And most of them don't have more than one or two children, and and it just keeps like that. Now, at first that they can't do that, but then they have this other group called the original members, and they were all, most of them at the beginning, all of them were county residents, and that meant they could inherit. There is one section that has a reputation. In generations ago, it was called one town called the Outlaws. They cannot own property, inside the other towns. Okay, now Connor and his family were actually from this town in the county that was called, several generations ago, the Outlaws. That's where, at that part of the county, when people came through, and coach, and they came into town, did something wrong, they were put in the jail there. It had the bars and all that kind of stuff way back generations ago. And they called it the Outlaws. That's where the outlaws went, to jail or to prison. And it just stuck. And the people could change the name of it, but they wanted to because of its history, of where the outlaws were and such. And not everybody was bad, but they were quite a bit rougher than the rest of the people in the rest of the county. And there is a sect of the outlaws from that town that they are truly bad people. Okay, more than, it was one sect. We'll just call it that. And but so when they got married, Trish and Connor got married, his dad sold him the house. Now, the people living there can buy a house within, like I said, within that county. So his dad and his mom both had a house, so that he sold them that house. And in other places, they basically inherit it, or they're given it. The other part of the county is rather wealthy. The outlaws, not so much. That's mainly where manufacturing and distribution, this kind of thing happens for the whole county. Now, as for Trish's family, they live in the big city, and that's where she basically grew up. As far back as she can remember, her parents, Bonnie and Steve, they, like I said, live in the big city. And Bonnie became friends with Connor's mother, Cassie. They became friends, after they married, after Trish and Connor married. And when her mother would come in, she would stay with Cassie, when visiting Trish and Connor, so she doesn't, disrupt the family. And once they have kids and all. And now, as far as Cassie and Connor's dad, they were divorced, but they became friends. And that's where I pretty much left off on this one. I wanted to give a little background on Trish and her family, because they're going to play an important role in this part of a series. Now, this is a series in itself, a mystery, but it becomes part of the whole series, and there's several other types of series within it. So it's a series within a series within series, a series, plural inside of one. So, Okay, now if you want to, I think I did the first part on PowerPoint like this, but I typed it out. Now, if you want to go back and see it, I think I did. At the end of this video, you'll see some pop-ups. I'm going to try to put that one in there. Um, it's like a thumbnail, and it'll say, I think the Psychopaths. I think this is the third one. I'm doing more than one at once, but and if you want to subscribe to this channel, you can click the circular icon that pops up at the end of the video. And like I said, this is a hypothetical. Things will change because some of the characters, like some of them I changed their age. So this is really a rough draft, and this is just highlights to the stories. But it combines to a whole one. It is copyrighted to me. And but yeah, like I said, it's a series within series. And there's a mystery here with Bonnie, and I'll get to that in another video. But I'll have a playlist plural, on the front page, and I'll combine them all together. So just go to the home page, and you can see the playlist and pick whichever one you want to. One of them will say all parts of the series, and I'm going to try to put all of them. There's more than one channel with these on it, so just watch for that. And let's see. And I don't know how to cut this part off, but anyway, yeah. Okay, so in other words, don't expect it to be perfect. Like I said, this is a rough draft, the highlights. All of them will be this and they start to combine together to make that one series. So don't expect it to be perfect. And the pop-up should be coming around about now. So click on whichever one you want. I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.